Oasis TV, the network in service to humanity.
Let's say it's a repeated relationship stress pattern, what we call in psychoanalysis transference from the past. In that case, you're saying, I hated that, for example, you don't value what I do here at this job, and that's because I'd love it if you valued my work. As a woman from Minnesota once did with me down in Palenque at the Mayan ruins, she asked for some Reiki because her headache was bothering her, and Reiki's an ancient healing technique. REI stands for universal, it's a Japanese word, and ki for the chi, the universal energy. So you're doing this, I'm doing this technique to help relieve her headache. It does. But in the meantime, she said she had a shoulder pain in her upper right shoulder. And I said, it's said that oftentimes in psychosomatic medicine, chronic pain in the upper right part of your back is about issues with your father, left with your mother. And I had both in my practice.
I was going to say, I usually get both sides.
Well, there you go. So she said, the shaman told me that today. And she said, but my father and I have a great relationship. And, from my clinical experience, okay. Well, what man in your life do you have a problem with? Oh, my boss. Well, she goes through the sentences. I hate it that you don't see my gifts and talents, and I'd love it if you did. Okay, you feeling it? And I kind of visualize we turn up like a Bunsen burner or something from 8th grade science and get the flame up under it. And then look for your boss and who in your family could you say those same words to when you're growing up, and trust what comes. The defenses are down. That take years sometimes to get those defenses down in traditional work. Look right through, see it, and she sees her father. Daddy, okay, what would you say to Daddy? Try this sentence, I hate it, that, and I love it better. Daddy, I hate it you don't look at my drawings after school and you're reading the paper, and I'd love it if you did. And do some work around that. Bring the person back in touch with that 4-year-old. Bring the 4-year-old in, comfortable little inner child work in seconds, and come fully to the present. She then looks at her boss and she can imagine, not fight or flight anymore, but coming from the golden dragon of light within herself as opposed to the earthbound, fight or flight. She can say, gee, we need to have a talk, because I really feel like I offer a lot here and I don't think you notice it, rather than I'd like to say something but don't fire me.